your model's looking good, but what if you want to overhaul it, like give it a battle-worn finish and bolt on some new armor? The same way from every angle. Now, here's a clever trick that makes that possible. Let me show you. First, let's move this convert format node. Let's just remove it. And then let's drag out from this output of the image to 3D node, which is our 3D model. Drop it, and then search for a render fuse node. You can also find this in the 3D section right here. And the render fuse node will display your 3D model. Now we can position the model to look at it from the front. We can click set front. Actually, let's move it a bit here, front set. And now we can click render fuse, which will render the 3D model in all 4 views, as you can see here. And we can now delete those again. And now let's add combine to grid node. Let's connect the set, this is all 4 images at once, to this node right here. Or we can connect the images manually, but set is better. And now let's change the background to black, scale it up a bit so it fits perfectly. That's a bit too much. Right here. And as you can see, it combines all 4 views into one image. And that's the magic. Instead of editing each image separately, you combine it into one image, which keeps the style of the image super consistent. And then we split it again into the 4 images and generate a new 3D model. Let's do that now. Let's set the cell resolution to max, which is 4K. Then we can add, let's just click setup consistent edit, which automatically adds edit image node, split grid node, and a text input node. And right here we can describe the changes. What I thought of is that we want to make it look battle worn and add, what could we add? Like bulky, large armored shoulder pads. I prepared a prompt, we can just paste it in here. It says that this image is a 4-view turnaround. It gives some context to the edit model or the edit image model. And then says, hey, change the material and add those bulky armored shoulder pads. And we'll say 4K. We'll keep this on high. And then all we have to do is click run node. And after about 1 minute, it took a bit longer because we set the quality to high and the resolution to 4K. It generated the new image, and as you can see, it gave it paint or like this war-worn look and extra shoulder pads. And now all we have to do is click split, and we can add views again. And you'll see now we have those images again with a consistent edit from the first ones for each view. And what we can do now is simply add multi-view to 3D node, because now we have the front view, we have the side view, and the back view. So we can now just wire those in. Front view, left view, right view, and back view. Let's set the quality to max, mesh quality to ultra, and PBR again. And the layout of the grid automatically follows into the split grid node again. So now we first rendered the views, then we turned it into one image, made edits to that image, split it into 4 images again. We can reuse for anything we like. And now we're gonna hit run to generate a new 3D model based on that again. And after a few seconds, or rather minutes, the new 3D model will get generated. And let's inspect it in the viewer. And that looks, man, that looks sick. Let's open the content viewer and inspect it here. And here we can view it in full resolution. And holy shit, that looks amazing. You can see that all the edits we made to the previous 3D model, it added shoulder pads, made it look worn. And if you compare it to the original 3D model, you can really see that the changes look so good. And holy moly. All right. And that's the flow. We used the output of the 3D model, rendered the views, combined it into one image, edited that image so all the 4 views are consistent, and then generated a new 3D model we can now use. And let's take this finished flow and turn it into a reusable app in the next video. I'll see you there.